What's up, guys? Special Case 75 here to play Nope Nope Nurses. Alright. I can't believe I was hospitalized. A clean room with pure white shades, the view outside windows full of greenery. Despite the calming atmosphere, I find myself feeling depressed. The reason for that, of course, is that my hands are wrapped in casts. Damn it, I never imagined how hard it is to be function without the use of my hands. I am wearing gloves that prevent the movement of my hands and fingers. I look down my crotch while sighing in response to the sight of my hands. Seriously, what am I going to do? My name is Yamada. I'm a student who became an inpatient by falling down the stairs and breaking both hands at the same time. Oof, that is really painful. Fortunately, I didn't hit my head or hurt my spine or knees, but I can't live on my own without the assistance of my hands that are now wrapped in cast. And while I'm grateful for the hospitalization for that, the reason... Oh no, it's almost time. Oh, my carotid balls are to be precise, and I begin to feel a chill in the pit of my stomach. It starts as dull, intermittent pain, but if left unchecked, it will become an intense pain that feels akin to them being crushed by pliers. And there's only one way to prevent it. I have to ejaculate. I suffer from a rare and mysterious disease, one that causes me to experience intense pain in my testicles if I don't come every 3 hours. Okay, now that's a problem. There have been no other recorded cases in human history, so it was gone. On research, I suffer from a disease so rare that it doesn't even have a name. It's still bearable for now, and that's why I had to ejaculate while I still can. My heart races in anticipation of pain to come. If I don't do something, the pain will be so intense that I'll be crying out for anyone with earshot to relieve me of it. I write in agony from the pain when I masturbate. I doubt that anybody who hasn't experienced it for themselves understands how sad it is to have to jack yourself off like this. But what am I going to do about this? Both my hands are wrapped up like Egyptian mummies. I can't even take my pants off, let alone masturbate. Is using the bed to do it my only option, but I really shouldn't use a method that doctors don't even approve out of a hospital. Plus, it's dangerous because it will stimulate my balls as well. When this happens to my balls, even the slightest of breeze can make them hurt. Then again, I still have to at least take my pants off to do it. I don't even want to think about trying to do it with my pants on. If I don't at least take off my pants, I'll lead to catastrophe in more ways than one. Oh no, this is going to be impossible without my hands. Hell, even with my hands, it hurts. In the meantime, the pain in my balls continues to intensify. I know that this painful sensation will only continue to grow from this point on. My heart beats faster and the cold sweat runs down my back. Uh-oh. Just then a nurse enters with a clear, or should I say cold, hard tone in her voice. Oh no. Look at that face. Boy. Her short bob of black hair suits her nicely, and she has nice big boobs for how slender she is. But while she's beautiful, I find her intimidating at the same time, perhaps because she comes across a kind of cold or else extremely capable. Oh, hello there.
Konnichiwa, Yamada-san.
Okay, nice to make your acquaintance. Tachibana, huh? Alright, I can remember that. With a clean cut features and smooth white skin, her taut spine seems to represent her serious and courteousness nature. The only thing about her that are a little concerning are the rug wrinkles between her eyebrows and moodiness of her pursued lips. Because it's our first meeting, I think she could at least try to be a little more amiable, but oh no, she's angry. She's obviously displeased about something. Is this something that did, even though we only just met?
Yamada-san.
Uh-oh. Yes.
あなたの怪我の状況と持病についてはドクターから説明を受けています。ですので、下腹部が痛くなったらそこのナースコールを押してください。 処置しますので。
Provide treatment? You know, different emotionless words stall my ability to understand for a moment. Treatment? What treatment? But if she heard about my chronic illness, that could only mean...
山田さん、今下腹部に痛みはありますか？
Tachibana turns her gaze towards my crotch. What her cold, unaffectionate eyes see is me unconsciously trying to hide my crotch with both hands. Not out of embarrassment, but because I'm in total agony. Well, there's a little discomfort, but I think I'm still okay for now. Not knowing how to answer, I just fill her in on what's going on. Tachibana simply nods a little in response to my answer.
わかりました。我慢できなくなったらナースコールを押してください。
Tachibana's voice is still indifferent, as if she's giving a business report. She doesn't show any embarrassment or resistance when it comes to providing treatment. Because it's her job, it's my best guess, but...
では失礼します。
I tried calling out to her, but Tachibana doesn't even look back, let alone stop. Perhaps because she's so busy, but she disappears in the blink of an eye. What to say? Couldn't she have been a bit more hospitable? She's a nurse after all, so... She was so cold to me that I can't help but wonder if I did something wrong. But I suppose that, for her, I'm nothing more than just another patient. Now that I think about it, it's not just Tachibana. The other nurses and doctors also seem unfriendly. I don't think they like each other very much. The hospital itself is gloomy. Oh wait, I remember now. This must be that place. All the nurses who work there are the absolute worst. Be sure to never stay there. I'm pretty sure I've never heard rumors about this place. But I'm already here, so I guess it's too late for me to do anything about that now. But wait, does that mean Tachibana is a terrible person too? I mean, she wasn't exactly hospitable, but I didn't really think she was that bad. God, I mean, if she was, I doubt she'd be willing to provide treatment. Sheesh, going to one of the worst hospitals ever? I'd be in hell for that. But will she actually do it? This treatment is what I think it is, right? I do have to ejaculate, so... Her eyes were stern, but she was so beautiful that you could almost consider her to be a prize. Big breasts make her nursing uniform look extremely tight on her, and she has that protruding butt, but not to mention those plump thighs that are generously exposed from the hem of her skirt. But Tachibana is... I just felt a sudden jolt of pain. The pain doesn't intensify when I get excited, but I find myself worried about it anyway. I know it'll be okay if I ejaculate sooner than later, but I am reluctant to call Tachibana back to the room. Well, that's a hard one. Honestly, I'm kind of embarrassed about receiving her treatment. Like I thought, I'll have to do it myself. I mutter to myself as I write in agony atop the bed. This is gonna be bad. Damn it, I can't take this anymore. I try my best, but I'm still unable to remove my pants. I also try rubbing myself against the mattress, but it only makes my balls hurt even more. That's even worse. I'm going to be in the world of pain if something isn't done about this soon. I grimace as I feel pain reminiscent of a hand grabbing my balls tightly. There's no time to waste. I'll push the nurse call, but I can't do it with my hands or fingers, so I guess my feet will. I stick up my hands and desperately stretch out my toes in an attempt to press the nurse call, even though my leg feels like it's about to slip.
Yamada-san, どうされましたか?
Tachibana arrives in no time at all. As usual, there's not a shred of amiability, but as far as I'm concerned, she's a guardian angel who's come to my rescue. I'm sorry, it's just that I can't take much more of this.
そうですか。では処置します。
Oh boy. Before I can ask what she means by that, she slips off my trousers without the least bit of hesitation. Oh no. Tachibana says the words in a motionless voice as she takes up a tissue and starts cleaning up. I can only stay silent as she expresses that her work here is done.
ではこれで失礼いたします。 何か
She's angry. I managed to stop Tachibana before she's able to leave the hospital room. Tachibana hides her annoyance under her poker face and inquires as to what I might require. I take another deep breath and begin speaking. That was incredible, but
要件は何ですか？早く言ってください。私は忙しいんです。
okay, that really felt good, but still hurts.
どうしてですか？先ほど射精なさいましたよね。
The coldness in her eyes and voice increase all at once. She looks at me as if to say, "You better not be lying." I want to tell her I'll be okay, but that's the trouble that comes with my illness. At this rate, it won't be long until a pain great enough to make me want to die strikes my balls again. Usually, if I don't ejaculate at least a couple of times, it won't go away. It will hurt again soon, which makes it even worse. I'm serious. I'm not lying at all.
誰も嘘だなんて言ってないでしょ。
Right. Tachibana's expression grows increasingly stern. Her shoulders quivers a little as if she's desperately trying to fight back the urge to shout, "Don't play me for a fool at me." Sorry, I should have probably figured out a way to do it myself, huh?
わかりましたよ。承知します。
Tachibana lets out a loud sigh, as if to block my words. No, I can try to get by on my own.
その状態でどうやって自分で射精するつもりなんですか？
Well,
余計な気遣いは無用です。これも仕事ですから。
Tachibana seems to be talking to herself rather than me as she sits down on the bed again. Tachibana spits out the semen that was accumulated in her mouth into the tissue as if she's vomiting. She's pretty much at her breaking point. That much is painfully obvious. Jeez, it was so bad for her. Oh god. After providing treatment with her mouth, Tachibana keeps coughing even after getting up from bed, trying to get up every last drop of semen into the tissue. A number of roll of tissues accumulate in the trash can. Sorry, it's just that. Really? Huh? Did you just say that? Just say something?
いいえ、何も言っていません。
Nah, stop capping. She actually did. You really did say something. You called me a fucking pig. Tell me to die, you bitch. Sorry, Tachibana's terrible gaze is overwhelming, and yet I choose to believe that it was all in my head. A nurse would never say something like that, right?
それより先ほども言いましたが、謝罪は必要ありません。あなたは病人で、私は看護師です。あなたを解除するのが私の仕事です。
Tachibana speaks to me with the full professionalism you expect from a nurse. I'd probably believe her more if she was smiling instead of glaring, but I understand. Thank you very much. When I thank her instead of apologizing, I get a slight nod in return.
ドクターから聞いていますが、あなたは3時間ごとに射精が必要なのですよね。
Hmm? What the? Yes.
逆に言えば、今射精したので、あと3時間は問題ないと考えてもよろしいでしょうか。
Yes, that's the way it usually goes.
わかりました。
Tachibana spits it to the tissue again. The wrinkles loosened between Tachibana's eyebrows appeared to have loosened a little. Perhaps because of the confirmation of the 3-hour grace period. It's not completely gone, but it's definitely less obvious than before.
もし万一にも3時間以内に痛みが生じるようでしたら、遠慮なくナースコールをお願いします。無理に我慢などすることはありませんから。
Okay, thank you very much.
それでは失礼します。
Tachibana bows, turns her back to me, and leaves. She leaves me no time to call out and stop her. I continue to hold my breath in the hospital room even after she's gone. It was extremely scary, to be honest. But what feels good, and the pleasure was on completely different levels from what I'm able to do on my own. However, I can't say I'm exactly happy seeing her work so desperately hard to suppress her anger. She really hated doing that, didn't she? Nurses are used to helping with exertion, but probably not ejaculatory exertion. And yet, I can't help but think that Tachibana is wonderful for what she did for me. Can't help but think that too, but ooh. I recall how Tachibana would glare at me with such a stern, completely temptress face. It's seriously tough having someone help you get off with that kind of look on their face. I don't want to call upon her again. The words seem to come out of my mouth on their own. I don't think I'm going to survive hospitalization unless I'm able to figure out a way to deal with my problem on my own. And just the thought of that is enough to make me shudder. Ain't that something? And it's nighttime. Ah, perfect. Later on. It hurts. This is getting bad fast. Time has passed, and it's now time to turn off the lights. And that is the end of today's video, everyone. So thank you everyone for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.